We on video. I see your mouth and all.
What up, YouTube?
You good?
We about
Got some new music from some reggae, huh?
Oh yeah, do I went to a reggae fest on Saturday. We'll get a little review of that, and then we'll get to it. Now, what's your affiliation like with the cannabis?
Well, right now I'm lock into these processing companies and get an outside sales contract
Okay.
because with the outside sales contract, then my artists from like the Wu-Tang Clan, from Culture Shock, uh, King David's son, Dungeon Master, they're Brooklyn Zoo and Sons of Man, Killer Army.
Yeah.
So
So I'm
then,
here.
so then with them and plus Camacho, and then I got the Face of Rap Mothers label and everything. So I got them all on this kind of cannabis contract to get them a deal. And the way you do that is you go to the processing company, and then you set up an outside sales contract with them, and then you go to the dispensary and you show them digital imagery, and then they call the processing companies to supply the product. Now that's good for white labeling, but then for the farm, for like the actual strains, I'm gonna have to go to the farms and actually get them set up with the strains.
Yeah, you know you're talking to the dude right now, bro.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. You know
I
more
know
about
all
weed than
of
weed.
all what you're talking about is I know that part, but probably more what I would correct you on the language to keep them legal is you want a branding deal. So if you take a branding deal, you can still share in the percentages and not have none of the legal aspect. When you do that, going straight to the processing, you want to make put all that legal
I already
on
have them
them.
on branding contract.
Yeah. So if you got a branding
I have
contract, I
them on
wouldn't.
branding contract. I need the sales contract with the processor, so our
Oh
money
yeah.
comes up off the top.
Bro, that shit is
Yeah, I had
easier than you want to know. If you just had money and you want to purchase, I go to India Farms. There's about 3, 4 people that could sell legal weed back to the state of Ohio, basically out of Oklahoma, Denver, and a couple other people that's big processors that Ohio dispensaries is licensed to buy. That's gonna be your first thing. They just only cut a loose 2 in Michigan right now that can bring down. And the funny thing about them, if it's not made and grown in Ohio, it's only certain states that Ohio will let them come back in because everybody think it's recreational, but you still growing under
Right.
medical rules here in Ohio. So you're not gonna
Still
get
need your
past your
agricultural
you
license for
it's not
certain
even that.
weeds.
You gotta pass the dude who gonna come on your farm and come and test it and certify you. Basically, you're gonna be in a state by state situation
Yeah.
because there's no federal law
Yeah,
to
I know.
blanket y'all. So it wouldn't be hard to
Like in
get
New
you set
York,
up.
I would go through Sean Marks because he works with every processor there.
Hey, if you was gonna go New
That's
York,
who
I got. But when we get out
everything
there,
I
I
get
got
to.
some dudes upstate New York that I do the. I did that little grower meeting for. I gotta look up their name, but I know some big wigs up in the state capitol that do some work.
Well, I'll tell you what. You got somebody who's interested in doing the Wu Tang brand. I have all the main people in there.
Now,
Manager.
when you say that, now I know
I'll
Meth
call
and
Shamika
Red.
right
Yeah,
now.
I got Meth and Red, and I know them. And Meth had that. Meth had a branded deal with weed. He had that big ass yellow
Yeah,
box.
he has his own deal.
Yeah, he had a deal. So yeah,
But
but
not too long ago, I was setting up Inspector Deck, Raekwon, uh, DJ Academics, and all them
mm,
with their deal through this guy named Ezekiel Rouse, who was
mm,
like this attorney or whatever, legal aid, whatever. Anyways, he jacked them off and he jacked me off, so we left. And then me and Shamika linked back up from the Wu Tang management.
mm,
She told me that they're still interested in doing it because she knew I was the plug to get everything popping.
right. Oh yeah,
So,
we messed around.
so we can make that happen.
Yeah, but that ain't even messing
And
around,
I
bro.
got Hector Camacho Jr. We can
Yeah,
make his brand happen, and I got the Gambinos.
this MDF Farms out of Michigan. Both these, all natural, all in dirt. They growing big, all natural in
I
dirt.
grow.
Yeah, I grow too. I'll be messing around big time,
Right
bro.
now I'm growing some Delonte 2s, some apple fritter.
I got FFMC down right now. Unicorn poop. That's what I get known for. Unicorn poop. I don't. We can sell another purple one to go in. Oh yeah, we do too. Got some seeds there. She got some.
Hey, you guys spoke at Reggae Fest.
Yeah.
Nylock, my manager, he's got Lincoln Chain signed under
No, yeah.
from Tough Gone.
From Tough Going? Yeah, that's freaking dope. And when you're on that show, well, we gonna get into it all. We got plenty of just, I do a little cannabis, give my little 2 minute thing, and then we'll just go straight into interviewing and any little thing we could talk. Ain't got to dominate cannabis, but you know what I'm saying. We'll get it right.
And right now we're just working on the Macho Fest and
Yeah.
selling the Gambino brand.
And that's the main one.
To partner in.
Okay.
Kind of like how Snoop did with Dutchy. Snoop got his firm to invest or raise up 300 million. And then they did a deal with Dutchy, and he already made 500 million back.
All right, Red.
Yeah, yep.
And I got like 5 different products from Gambino.
No joke.
There we go.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, welcome to the Sohigho broadcast. They're here. I'll be messing up. One time I got it right. The Sohigho Gas Company here at the Voice of Radio studio. Here on a beautiful Tuesday, man. We got a special show for y'all tonight. We got some in-house guests today. We go have a real good show. Once again, I'd like to say thank you to the one and only Voice of Radio, where if it ain't happening here on Voice of Radio, it ain't happening. I kick off the Tuesday block. My name John Will, man. I got my man Voice of President on the board. My man EP in the house today. You know what I'm saying? Always thankful for him giving us opportunity to be on this platform. And like we like to say around here, if it ain't happening on the Voice of Radio, it probably ain't true or not happening. So definitely tap into my man. And if you looking for studio time or anything like that, tap into EP. He's available for your definitely a podcast to need. And if you need probably a voice coach, acting coach, if you in front of the damn camera,
you need me.
EP is the one. When I say I got my reps up so fast, and he ain't the best teacher because he be high all the time. But I learned from not just playing. He is very, very good and a very accomplished actor. I always like to give my man his flowers because he put us on. So we say thank you. Usually we got Al Porter's hip hop show coming on. I don't know today. We got a little bit of stormy weather and there's a lot of things going on right now, so we don't know. But check out for the schedule. And we had a hot mess in the evening last Thursday. So if y'all haven't checked that out, go back to EP's Earl Porter Facebook page, Voice of Radio page, and see one of the most excellent interviews. I think one of our better interviews we did with Q Parker from 112. It was a great interview. It was informative. It dropped some knowledge for you young artists who aspired to come out, and just very good. Like historically, we probably really got some historical information.
He wouldn't give up the juice.
Yeah, he wouldn't give up the special recipe to the damn secret beast. I tell you, maybe oil. Hef really, yeah. Big Hef was in the house. Shout out to Big Hef, man. He be at another platform doing his radio show. Gotta go get out here. But it was very good, man. Shout out to Kathy and Mickey and Baby Boy. These people, man. I love y'all so much. Y'all always hold us down, man. Facebook, I love you. YouTube, we working with it, man. But if y'all do got a comment to leave for the guests, legalization, cultivation and information dealing with the cannabis product. And this week, Memorial Day weekend, to me, that's rookie night. You suckers riding around with bad license plates, just quit doing it. You the worst drug dealer ever. If you get pulled over for traffic, use a dumbass. Somebody didn't teach you the game. Use a dumbass. Catch a Uber on holiday. They will lock you up Friday at least, but since judge wasn't in. So be careful out there. There's new rules here in the city. So if you use weed or they lying, they will get an inspection by week. The last show we did, I predicted that shit. I got to clip that shit. I told them on air, hey, they didn't. Cleveland City Council don't run nothing through just third and final read. I'm a bill through. Who don't set up they stuff and get busted. And you know why they get busted? They don't sell real weed. They sell THC, and that's like about a barrel. Now the smoke shop that was trapping a good bag. I'm here to report that 6 of the 7 they got small batch, very clean weed, but still, you got to remember the law in Ohio. We just was discussing it. Is still you still are getting medical weed, and the difference between that is people who grew marijuana back in the day for recreational use just as worried about THC. When you grow in medical weed, you have to have a lot more things to get through the test. As I just said, the testing process here in Ohio is different than Michigan and every other. Getting into probably got the best bag. Second, do come to dispensaries. Begrudgingly, I'm gonna say the smoke shop, and I'm gonna tell you right now, don't buy gas station weed. All that shit is phony, and it ain't never gonna be good. To be honest with you, smoke shop weed is just smoke shop weed. I mean, gas station weed ain't never been that good. So that's what the state of that joint is right now. Entertainment this weekend, we had Reggae Fest, which was a huge success. Um, Lots of people down there. My boy Junior Blessington rocked it on Saturday, and Carlos Jones shut that bitch down. He caught good weather with a great sunset on Sunday night. One city. It's a lot going on. Look up your calendar. My man EP always see good, and it's just not like adult stuff. He always got children friendly, family friendly events, and it's a very good tap in on like a Thursday and set your weekend out because there's a bunch of great information over there. Coming up, what we got going on? We got a lot of concerts coming on. We got the Wiz Khalifa concert. Also, I gotta tell you that we had the Currency 420 concert over at the Foundry New Space. I appreciate Currency for coming around and keeping it good. It was great. It's a good show, good production. Sound man, trash, bro. Junior Blessington, I don't know the sound man, but he lucky he didn't get his ass whooped because that. I throw promotions. I'm usually not like the people he was doing it for, but other than that, it was a good vibe. People sat on their hands a little too much for me. I don't know if they was baked out or whatever, man, but it was crazy. So, when you playing outside, I give y'all one little tip. Make sure that sun is going to last through the whole season. If you start out, your house potentially could block your house north from south further north, and the sun is going to east or west. By the end of your season, like I'm talking about August, September, your house could maybe block your plants, and that's when you need the most production. So, giveaway, we got from Bex RX. We got some Flog. We got Chopsy with Grateful Company. And I also got another bag of Flog. So hit me up on the email. You know how we do. And if you don't believe me, I'll show y'all proof that I passed this stuff out. You come see me. You just hit me on the email at sohigho216 at Gmail. Make some arrangements. I deliver shit all over Cleveland, legal shit, supposedly. All over Cleveland all of the time. So hit me up. We can meet at the studio or wherever. Get these seeds in the ground this year. These very good. Facebook, first people to leave some contact. Feminized seeds. And if you don't know what I mean, feminized seeds is already ladies. Male seeds do not produce fruit, but you sex is basically what you do. Except the nerdy that when you sex your seeds, like they say, it's the strong DNA. So you want a male and female seed. Take the female seed in the making struggle seeds is what it do. You have a crapshoot, and it seemed like they get denigrated in my personal opinion. So 2-3 weeks later, you look two oats on top of like that on the side, and that represents a male. A female seed, if anything pop out, it'll be like a seed polyp. It'll be more of a puffy thing that look like it'll hold the seed. That's not bad. Sticky things, I hate to say it, like little baby, like you was thinking sexual seed. So look that up with, man. We got special guests in the house tonight, and we might have another one via video call later, but we got my mama have him introduce himself. He doing a lot of good things in the hip hop industry, and he doing some cannabis licenses stuff. So we're gonna be helping him out, and I can't wait to welcome him to the studio. Go ahead.
CEO and Gambino and the Gambinos for all their products.
Yeah, my man is doing out in the game. So again,
International Stop Bullying and Violence.
That is very good. Is it punch
Advocated
justice? That's a big ass thing. I like to quote the great Dr. Everywhere. So when you take a stance like that, that's just like deep down to the core of human things, or you just like anything.
No, we're focused on children's rights. We have people from we'll be seeing soon. We're gonna tear you up.
Funny to me how one set of humans, real simple and easy, and outside of that, I'm with you. And I don't know, so much to do with life that people not there at conception, but they got a lot to do afterwards. And then going through some of the legal issues in my life, I realized that you are not the state of Ohio. That's what you do.
When they come knocking, you tell them to leave.
Well, we know that some people ain't as versed as you are. Some people don't know about the First and Second Amendment. So you know what I'm saying? That's you and me. I love talking about things probably on a 5th or 8th grade level.
Yes.
So in general, you being conscious and got a critical thinking mind, and what about the dudes that dropped out in junior high school that's just past they just haven't intook that information yet.
Right. Well, I think in the beginning of your school, you should be handed whatever state you're in, the law book. You should have to learn the law. And
Absolutely.
Now go to school for all that. Teach them now, because you have all these people who have been taught that from the beginning, and the date of birth.
Yeah.
Because it is, not to sign your name.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're their tax brackets and their tax laws, and you know, it's I thought
We have the tax on us. Somebody was telling me about all the bills that we receive,
Yeah,
that we can actually, those are all receipts of something,
That's
and we can put them in a trust, and
correct.
draw money off of them some kind of way, or
Very
something
true.
like that.
Yeah, my high
Gotta
ass
go through a
always,
process to do it.
my high ass always down the rabbit trail, and absolutely, but it's very hard. It's like the people who try to claim sovereign citizens.
Right.
It's on the books. Technically, you can get it, but you're gonna be like one of the first two, three people that's doing it. And when you find,
with
yeah,
video footage, audio footage, and all documentations and everything, we got a lot of people to the nail.
I love that because I like things like that, and then it'll issues on a fund. It's very organization huge. Don't get me wrong, you're doing a lot. Like, is it any efforts to change laws in that in these issues?
Definitely, that's part of the reason I got a hold of Arrow and
Mm-hmm.
bringing the Kamada. Like last year, what was it, a year and a half ago, I think it was, out in San Diego, because so many was watching, but like 176 people got taken off the boat, I believe, and 17 kids off the street,
Yeah.
and you know, the mayor was involved with somebody from my company to
Wow.
help that. So I'm not going to say
Yeah,
his
yeah.
name because you know there's cartels and all that out there
Right,
that
right.
cause problems, which I'm not really worried about them either because I know there's been
Oh, you supposed
a
to?
lot
Yeah.
of different gangs being that it's you know the International Stop Bullying Violence Not
Yeah.
try to keep the peace.
Research quick as I can. I see that national on the calendar right now that's going ahead, right?
Tony Cruz,
Tony Cruz. Okay.
Dominican of the Republic, 11th, 12th, and 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're doing something over there, basketball.
Well, say that
Yes,
again. It's in,
Dominican of the Republic,
that's the DR, folks.
July 11th to basketball. We're gonna do yes vegan and the macho contest, tough man fights, and it's for the put the guns down, gloves up, and you know giving back to the community and helping them deal with a little bit less stress than what they normally
Yeah.
go through.
And that is the same. That's what we working on. That's gonna come to Cleveland. Is it gonna be a similar event? It's gonna be a new standalone event. Like,
People losing their jobs, people, you know, going, going against uh,
mm,
a lot of violence, a lot of drugs, you know. So which, you know, when it gets down to the good stuff, we have people believe that we can do that all day in court.
uh, well, speaking on your relationship with the Camacho family and teaming up with them for such a noble cause and
Well, that's a
the,
big thing. A lot of kids and a lot of people that look up to celebrities and youth, and they look at things, perceive things the way it's, the way they think it's supposed to be. But there's not a lot of people like Camacho that's actually taking the forefront
mm-hmm,
and saying, "Hey, enough is enough. And I'm a celebrity, and
right.
I'm gonna show you a positive way of doing things." I mean, everybody knew that. But at the end of the day, you get to a certain point where,
That, when you were saying that, like with the tough man competition, when I was in the Navy, and on Friday nights, boy, I used to love it. We had smoke in elementary times. You know, so all this talking, so we two pieced it up, and then after that, you knew you had to like beat them up pretty good. I felt like I want to put some more on. There's no such thing as hitting a human. We evolved past like hitting people. I think we evolved to solve our disputes better. But the reality of that is fighting is better than shooting any day of the week. Ain't no coming back from death. Biggie Smalls, great ass line. He didn't even.
each day.
Yeah.
Um, and we're going to be bringing boxing into it with and so forth as well. Stayed in the basketball. PTSD.
Oh yeah, I'm at both.
Plus, you know, I acted up a little bit when I got out or whatever. So at the end of the day, you know, things turned to six.
Mm.
And here we're 2018. I have 6 felonies. In 2018, they inducted me into the honor society. So that'll tell you that, you know, because of my international, stop bullying, body, stop touring, and what we're trying to do. So that goes to show you that it doesn't matter who you are. If you apply yourself and want to make a change, you can make a change. He's my artist. He's in Alabama. He's somebody to sell a gun. The guy didn't have the money for the gun. He went back home. And later on, like 6-7 hours later, or something like that, the guys with people he knows, and they're in a parking lot, and people kill the guy. Well, when he got down to court, they all said he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So this man is really in prison with the death penalty. Had nothing to do with this. Serving time. He's been there about 14 years now.
That is the police that traveled around the world in the Navy. I know that this is the greatest nation in the world for our freedoms, but also what was in our way. Our religious leaders are trash. Our politicians are trash. Really past that, if we standing on this piece of paper called the Constitution, it's not written for humans or the earth. It's written for money and politics. It's not made to make humanity better. The most valuable thing down here on the earth, as a high man who get high all the time, is humanity. We couldn't have much more precious than children. I don't understand why our whole focus as a person. I mean, I need to smoke some of this good ass weed because it's clear as day to me that you should not, a child, no matter what, devoid of, except for what they learned in the womb, which ain't that good because they can't hear or see that good any goddamn way. So they ain't even picking up the racism or whatever bad family traits till they get out the womb. Right. And then we go bad and we do not take care of kids. Teachers don't make the most money. I could fix that cop problem for anybody in this world. I'm telling you right now, it is real easy. That's the benefit of smoking a lot of weed is all you got to do is pay cops $250,000 a year. EP signed up for that job yesterday, and he would never fuck up. You know why he'd be the best cop? Because 3 months out the year, he want to spend $250,000. He going to go ride his boat. He going to go on vacation. He's going to be a good-ass cop. I promise you that'll fix the problem.
He could just walk up to
and that's why I would be a no gun having cop because I think I got enough streets doing that shit for I call them cops with the guns. Break that shit up because I'm not I couldn't do it though, you know. And I think like some of the social issues that we have and that you're addressing really got like a lot to do with these laws, man, and it's so tough. That's why I talk about the legalization.
So what do you think about? All right, we're in the legalization. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the market bringing the places packed?
Yeah.
So if everywhere else is down, like, is that gonna come up or what? Because like
absolutely,
which isn't helping anybody.
Not cannabis. We are settling in. We like every other state. And I wouldn't tell you, you cannot get a good beat on this market for another 2 to 3 more years. And I'm using Michigan as our test marketplace. Similar economy, close. You can let farmers grow outdoors. Ohio don't.
You know, my guy that I met through Giovanni and Dino Pavone, White Boy Rick,
Hmm.
Hershey, he was
Oh
saying
shit,
that,
name drop.
he
Talk
was
your shit.
saying that, he was saying that,
I would tell you, yeah, but it's like everything in. Um, the problem with the market there is that the fakers is in there. So it's like every other industry. The money is, it's like California.
is it the quality or is it the face? Because Snoop Dogg just did a deal with Dutchy,
Yep.
and his firm raised up 300 million. They invested in, they got something like 500 million back.
Right.
So if you already made that money, that type of money back, why is the market in such
Up it.
a lot of
Absolutely.
farmers? A little while back, I was presenting, deals for here's about your celebrities. We got the product. Well, your product's not moving. It's sitting here in the store.
Right.
So I mean, until it gains national attention or worldwide attention, how are you moving your cannabis?
Right.
Are you doctoring up your numbers?
Oh, that's right.
Now, guess what? You need a representative. You need a brand ambassador. So when you get ready to do that, you farmers out here and you dispensaries out here, and you get ready to do that, come see your boy. Gas King George. You can find me on Facebook.
That's real. Now I got 2 points to cultivate from the good is how everybody trapping off the mail right now. They mailing THCA with certified of authenticity. Up with an A-Rap.
It's THCA when you light it. THC light.
Yeah, we done been through this. What you say, like here, and listen, it's not bad. I know people who process smokers who rather not smoke. Like you gotta understand, some people only need to be about quality pie hit. Ain't even walking around none of them spots anyway, because they got their own growers. Everything you saying is it's gonna be quality brands that has a brand name reputation,
Right.
and that's gonna and it's what I've tried to tell everybody. I always
Back to the
said,
brand ambassador.
and when you doing that, let me tell you the key to it all too. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's it's gonna be genetic. What you're talking about is people get away from the genetics. Okay, so you have a good run on say GMO. We just use GMO. GMO, you have a good run. Six times away from this seed, your mother plant. You know. Well, also, let me tell you, it's real easy. Me and you, we want to grow for money. We'll grow in hydro. We'll get Athena. Athena grows some big ass plants. I don't like the product. I don't like the. Me personally, I don't like they juice, but it grow good ass plants on flood table, and they don't care. They just grow beans later. It's the same weed. Man, we up against a little hard ass little break here. We gonna pay some bills a little bit and get back at it. I don't know to get up over this joint, but shout out to y'all. You can. You gotta get that link though, bro.
I'll send it. I'll send it into your messenger.
What do you need?
He needs a link.
We gonna put it, yeah, send them a link to his own, Gmail or whatever, we need to do.
Send it over to my personal messenger. I'll send it to him.
Shit, my bad.
Let me see how.
Where's your restroom at?
Right there to the right.
Let's see.
I get to see this